Welcome everyone to the Kin Podcast. My name is Connor Morton. Go
I'm
ahead.
Garrett Johnson.
And we will be your host of the Kin. And yeah, just let's get into what we're going to talk about just over the broad spectrum of fitness and health and everything under that category. So we're going to cover mental health, athletics, training, dieting, and am I missing anything?
And it's pretty much life in general, just like what it's like to be a male in our modern society.
Yeah. And really just this first episode we wanted to introduce ourselves, get get to know us and everything like that. So Garrett, you want to go first?
Sure, I am Garrett Johnson. I met Connor through esports, actually. We used to play, not professional, but competitive Call of Duty together. So that's our background, even though it's an athletic podcast. But I am a full-time student. I live in Arizona. I also own two companies. I own a clothing company, Lycan Lifestyle Apparel, and then I own a personal training company, Lycan Training Modalities. Yeah, he has a shirt on. So do I. Can't really see it, but yeah.
uh I'll go next. I'm Connor Morton. 22 years old, from Bloomington, Indiana. um yeah, just freshly out of college and kind of curious of what I want to do in life, and fitness is kind of a big background for me because I played baseball in college and have played sports since I was 3 years old. So I just want to share some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way, and same with Garrett. And
So
yeah, go ahead.
just a little bit more about my background is I started in basketball, and then I slowly segued to MMA, and then I slowly segued to bodybuilding slash weightlifting. So that's my athletic background. I didn't play college ball like Morty did, but wasn't quite that good.
Yeah, yeah. It was tough growing up and playing baseball and everything because I was playing three sports up until high school, and then I ended up playing basketball and baseball in high school, and chose to focus on baseball my junior and senior year, and it got me a scholarship. So I started focusing on that more, and that led to getting a background in 6 7 years of strength training and conditioning. So
How'd
it's
you go from that background to how'd you get involved in esports?
um my sophomore year when I quit baseball of college, I just kind of like video games were always kind of like the thing to pass the time away, have fun with the friends and whatnot. But after I quit baseball, it sort of became like an outlet for me to like de-stress and just, you know, get away from everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just ended up me being better than average. And a couple of my friends that I were played with at school, they were just like, "Hey, you want to start playing tourneys?" And it took off from there.
You actually met it through kids at your college campus?
Yes.
Nice. I actually didn't know that. I started in esports like way before Morty did. I started when I was 14. That's the reason I actually quit basketball for it was a dumb decision. But that was the reason I quit basketball was for esports. And I was 14 and I competed for 2 years. And then the 18 plus rule came out, which if you're not familiar in COD esports in like 2015 or 16, I forget, they changed it to the COD World League where you had to be 18 to compete. So I stopped competing because I was like, I'm not going to wait 2 3 years. And that's when I got into MMA and bodybuilding. And I just took off from there, learning how to defend myself and how to build muscle. And that's also when I started becoming a personal trainer because I was always a super skinny kid. So I'm 6'5". And when I started lifting, I was 6'3", 130 pounds. And so super skinny. Like I always got made fun of for in school. So I just started lifting, putting on weights, and then I wanted to help other people get that same feeling I got from being that skinny and like low confidence to actually I'm not super muscular now, but I'm way bigger than I when I was. So I'm like 200 pounds right now at 6'5".
Do you want to share exactly what it is that you do, like training wise, right now?
Yeah. So right now, my split is kind of like a hybrid bodybuilding split. So it's uh, chest, quads, so just quads on Tuesday, and then Wednesday is back, and then Thursday's my rest day. Friday's an upper day, but it's an upper day. It's really like shoulders and arms with like one or two chest and back exercises just for some extra volume. And then Saturday is hamstrings, which I just got back from training today. And then I do a little Muay Thai like 2 days a week, but it's not really a priority anymore. It's just kind of a form of cardiovascular training.
Now, as far as like your personal training, where do you go with that?
Oh, I work at EOS Fitness right now, and I'm slowly segueing that to online and on my own freelance training. So I've been with EOS, which is like a local, not local, it's a big company. It's like an LA Fitness, but mainly on like the southwest coast.
Hmm.
Um, and I've been training there. I train about 40 hours a week, and I mainly because it's a big box gym, it's predominantly like fat loss clients. But I want to get into more of the niche, like either athletes or like ideally just like bodybuilding clientele, like just people who want to put on as sheer contractile tissue as possible.
Gotcha. So then I just recently accepted a job at LA Fitness, so I'm kind of
Oh, you
getting.
actually accepted it?
Yep, I accepted it. So I'm getting ready to start doing what you're doing and training clients. Selling the training programs and everything like that. So it's gonna be an experience, that's for sure.
And you're gonna be the assistant manager, or
Yes,
nice,
but
nice.
I feel like it'll be fun. Get get to work with clients and everything for the first time after right out of college, and it's it'll be cool.
Working in a big box gym is definitely like a good experience because it like forces you to interact with a wide variety of people. Like you have to interact with the CEOs of businesses, attorneys, and then you also have to do like the people who have low income jobs. Like you just see everybody, and it's kind of cool because you get to meet and network with like a vast majority of people
Yeah,
because
and
everyone goes to the gym. So
yeah, and that's kind of like where I saw it with this podcast. Since we're gonna start doing that, I can meet people and like bring them on if we want to, or just get advice from them, just
yeah,
to share with like you guys at home and like what we're trying to do, or just reach out to people and spread positive messages and tips and tricks that you can use in the gym. And
it's actually your job title at. So you're the assistant manager of like fitness or sales, or is it like
so,
hybrid?
I got the paper. Hold on, what the exact term is? It's a assistant processing director. So
Okay.
I'm like talk with clients, take them through 25 30-minute workouts, and just offer the training programs to them and just see if they want to bite into it. You know,
Nice.
because they're there trying to better themselves and lose weight and whatnot. So I'm just there to try and help push them along the path.
Yeah. The most beneficial thing I thought from my experience in a big box gym was that like forced social interaction. So
Hmm.
coming from like, esports and then with COVID and online schooling system, I didn't really have like interaction with people for like a year and a half. And then I started working at EOS, and then you're just forced to interact with so many people that just puts you outside your comfort zone. And my people skills and just my like confidence and social interactions just skyrocketed from being forced into it because it was your job.
Yeah, and
So
that's kind of like one thing that I was talking with the guy when I interviewed for it last week. Like he was he said we're experiencing the busiest summer that we've ever had, and it's because
yeah,
of COVID. Everybody's starting to get comfortable going back out, and he was talking through the sales numbers. It's like they're going through like 30,000 in a month just training packages. So
mm,
it's a lot.
yeah, and like people make jokes like the COVID 20, like the freshman 20. It's like people did get fatter. Some people got in shape, but most people gained a little bit of weight, which is good for the personal training business, and it's like helps keep everything more lucrative. And also, you the best thing about personal training is you're actually helping people. It's not like a normal job where you're just selling them like something to make them money or insurance. You're actually like making a positive impact on people's lives.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like now more than ever in like the past 5 year trend, everybody like I would say what is it? We're the most obese country on planet Earth right now. So
Yes.
right now there is a spike in just the people wanting to get out and get active, just because they're tired of sitting at home and being on the couch all day because of COVID. And
Yeah.
I feel like that is gonna benefit us more than anything in terms of like reducing the obesity rates.
And I think that's one of the positive impacts social media actually does have is how popular fitness like influencing is getting, that just let alone it brings more eyes to like bodybuilding and just being in shape. It romanticizes it, which is good for people because it actually makes them have a call to action instead of just being like, oh, the movie stars look good. Now like everyday people are starting to look good,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it more realistic to certain individuals.
Yeah. And like the training programs that are just publicized through like Men's Health magazine and everything for
Yeah.
like the Captain America roles if you want to look like Chris Evans. So
Yeah.
it's like we're prioritizing fitness, which is the best thing for us right now.
Yeah.
But
I'm just excited to see where it is in the next 20 years because like everyone says like we think we're gonna be like Wall-E if you've seen that movie, like
mm-hmm.
how all the people are super fat. I think it will go that way, but I think it's gonna be like two sides. There's gonna be like really fat people, then there's gonna be a lot of in shape people because of social media kind of
Like there's gonna be no in
romanticizing.
between sort of thing.
Yeah, just I feel like that's how it's gonna be. I don't think it's ever gonna be like Wall-E, really.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of getting like that now. Like there's a lot of people that are working on like dad bods, and then there's a lot of dudes that are wanting to get six packs. Like,
Yeah,
and I'm not saying
yeah,
there's anything wrong with dad bods. Like, I still kind of got one, and I'm 8 months deep working out.
yeah.
So
I think the real dad bod is kind of like a strongman physique, not like a fat person physique where it's like, because like in me, when I think of dad bod, I think of someone who's like, because my dad was always strong, so it's like a strong, like masculine figure who just has some body fat,
yeah, you kind
not
of got
just
like
like a
that hidden
individual.
strength sort of thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Brian Shaw, where he has like that beer belly. He's a bad example because he's a world strongest man, but like,
I know what you mean. Like the big old construction dudes that just
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
they just
I
lay
get what you're
stones for
saying.
12 hours a day, so they're just yoked,
Yeah, literally jacked, and then they just go home and drink beer. So
like the farmer strength.
yeah.
All goes back to that.
Uh, but oh, what was I gonna say? Shit. So you want to tell us a little bit more about like your brand and everything like that?
Yeah, so lichen is it's spelled Lican, but typically a lichen is spelled Lycan, and it's the Greek name for werewolf. But it's slightly different than normal werewolf. So normal werewolves like only turn on a full moon, like in the mythology. And then Greek werewolves can turn at will and they're more intelligent. So it's like you're an intelligent beast. But on top of that, we changed the Y to an I. So our slogan is because I can. And every time you read lichen, you give yourself a positive affirmation that you actually can do whatever that thing is you're thinking of. Because everyone has that thing from when they were a kid that they just want to do. No matter how unrealistic it is, like some people it's like playing the MLB, some people it's whatever it is. So everyone has that, and when they look, what I want my brain to stand for is when they look at it, they are telling themselves that they actually can do it when no one else does. So it all starts with your inner thought. So that's where the base behind my brand was. And then it's a fitness brand, but it's also a lifestyle brand because eventually we will segue into having more things than just fitness clothes. We'll get into lifestyle clothes and just the goal is to put like Nike out of business in the next 10 years.
Not gonna lie, it kind of like segued off, or not segued off, but kind of like went with like your messaging of your brand to like try and create the kin, because like you mentioned that you want to like bring everybody together through like the subliminal messaging with the lichen,
Yeah.
like the lichen message. And like with the kin, I want to start regardless of like who you are, where you come from, what body weight you're at, or like how out of shape you might be. Like you're trying to get better yourself, and you're listening to us. So like I want us to be one big family and help reach those goals that you guys might have set.
Yeah. How'd you get the logo behind the Ken?
So the logo is actually the Hawaiian symbol for meaning family, and that's just the whole thing behind like kin means family. The symbol means family. Like family is a big thing to me in my personal life, and I don't know if it is for yours, but I'm sure it is. And I'm sure that stands for a lot of people, but I want everybody, even if we're not blood relatives or anything like that, that we're just a family regardless of what happens and what goes on in like the outside world. But when you come and you see this brand, you will be like, oh, cool, I can go talk to that guy. Like you have a friend immediately as soon as you see that symbol.
Yeah. And that's one of my biggest. I'm close with my family, especially my mom. But my biggest thing with family is family isn't always, like you said, your blood. Like Connor and I don't necessarily talk every day, but I know like if something was wrong with me or something was wrong with him, he has me, even though he lives across the country. To me, that's what family means. Like we also have a mutual friend, Ricky, who lives in Arizona, who I'm sure will eventually be on here. Um, he's a big goofball, but like he's like a brother for like both of us. Like we know we have each other's back, even though we don't talk every day or see each other every day. I haven't seen Morty. I've only seen Morty like 3 times in person, but we're still family. So
Yep.
the king, it goes to everyone.
Yep. Like we don't care about your race, religion, color, creed, or your sexual orientation. Like you're with us, you're family. Doesn't matter what happens. But and also we're here to get fit and ripped, so like, you know, that's why it's a fitness and health podcast and not
Yeah,
not just
and, and
everyday shit like Joe Rogan.
yeah,
But yeah. But we're gonna try and help provide you guys with tips and tricks and whatnot. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I'll probably start posting on TikTok a lot with like clips and stuff like that, and I'll link like my socials and stuff down below and whatnot. But we'll start posting clips and stuff on TikTok and asking you guys for questions that you might have for us, and we'll try and provide the best feedback that possible that we can. And we're here to help you, and you guys help us at the same time. So
yeah.
yeah,
Then that goes back to the family aspect. Like, yeah, we're the ones on the podcast, but that doesn't make whoever you're viewing is any better than you because we're all human.
mm-hmm.
Like me and The Rock are the same species. Only thing about different between me and him is he has slightly more people that pay attention to him. That's literally it.
and
And
he's
he's a giant.
and
Yeah.
he's 6'5", two. What is he like? 290.
290. Yeah. Getting ready for Black Adam. Like, yeah.
Dude's really massive. But yeah, so we'll start uploading probably, what would you say, every Tuesday from here on out.
Yeah,
Try and do it
for sure.
weekly. Yeah, and we'll start posting on social medias and stuff and get those set up, and just ask you guys for feedback, like the questions, like I said, and we'll do that at probably at the end of each segment, and just we'll take 5, 6, 7 questions, and we'll get back to you guys. Or if it's something more personal that you don't want to be answered on the podcast, we might message you guys back on Instagram or Twitter or whatever it might be. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then all our socials and anywhere you can get in contact with us will be in the description below.
Yep.
And then I believe we'll be starting off on YouTube and Spotify, and then hopefully we'll get on Apple Podcasts here shortly.
Correct. The Apple Podcast is kind of hard to get on, so you got to
Yeah.
wait like 3 weeks to get approved for it. So, yeah. But anyways, for now, that'll be it. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening. And I'm Connor.
Garrett.
And we're out, guys. Peace.